Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. I do like the blue and black combination that we've got with this, but it's not quite as jazzy as the yellow and black that we've got on the other tractor. That yellow and black is actually really awesome. I really like that. So why can't you? Oh, there we go. We've picked it up. I am seriously tempted to just change the whole fleet. Maybe once we've got a full fleet of tractors here, I mean, we've got like 5 or 6 tractors here, then change them over to all be black and yellow tractors. Every single one will be black and yellow. At the moment, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep them all as the various different colors that we're going to go through as we get them, and then we can worry about changing them all to the same color a little bit later on. We're also talking about getting the Skittles pack of tractors and having all of the tractors as Skittles tractors later on, or at least a few of them as Skittles tractors. So I've had a few people sort of suggest that would be a really good step forward. And yeah, I kind of agree that could actually look quite cool if we got a number of the Skittles tractors running up and down. Yeah, we're going to have no trouble getting all of this in. The big field is definitely quite a bit smaller than Field 13. We had about 200,000 litres from Field 13. I know that I did a little, like, 2/3 of a round on the field before we started on this one. Like with the last load, just top it up. But even if you take that into account, that was 30,000 litres that we picked up on there, I think. It was about 210 that we came into this field with. So if we allow an extra 30,000 litres on here, we would be looking at about 180,000 litres in the trailer if we got about the same amount of straw as we did in the last field, and I don't think we're going to have that. So we'll be looking at, if we've got 180,000 litres of straw by the time we finish this field, then we know that both the fields are roughly the same size, because we got to add on 30,000 for what we put into the previous trailer load. I don't think we're going to get that far. What are we at? 89. So let's see what one run up through here does. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs altogether. If this one gives about 10,000, it's only about 70,000 litres from the 90,000 that we had there. Maybe it's a bit more than that. 99, 100. So we got more than 1,000. We've got 6, 4, 5... 7 left. We might actually. We may reach the 180,000. That was quite a bit just then in that run up through there. I may have gotten this all wrong. Maybe the big field is the big field. Maybe its crown is there for a reason. I don't know. I'm up to 120,000 already. Yeah, exactly 120,000 actually. I wasn't expecting that, but there we go. I'll take this one so that we can pick up everything when they come back down through. So I want to take this run here, and then I want to go back over to the other bit of the run that we've had previously. We've sort of got to run around in a series of loops in order that we don't have to turn too sharply on ourselves whenever we're turning on the end of the row. Then I can come around onto that one, so I'm keeping gentle curves on the turns. It's important to do that. 40,000 litres to go. We'll easily have 40,000. So it does appear that the big field is bigger than Field 13, because they all had the correct amount of fertilizer across all of it. There's no issues with that. Definitely had, which one? Oh, the Profi CVT, that's the one with the rake. That one's still going. It's one of the seed drills that is finished. So next I will go up this row right here. Then I'll come back down the one on our left, and then the last row will be the one on the right. And we've got a few little bits there just again further out to the right. We will be turning around a little bit sharper to go and pick those up. But we're on 162. It's 3, probably 4,000. Actually, nearly 165,000, just about. Just on that, which means this one here will push us up to, I would say, just under 180,000. And then we've got a little bit extra besides. So another 10,000 litres coming down through there. It's going to go over 180, this is. Just on this row. 7, 8... No, not quite over 180,000, but we're getting about 15,000. It's going to be 195,000 here. Which means that this field is definitely bigger than field 13. Which I am surprised at. When you look at it on the map, you look at what we've sort of the areas of the different fields that we've got. Genuinely didn't think that this field here was bigger than field 13. I thought 13 held that crown, but apparently it does not. So there's 195,000 there. I got a little bit more here, which is going to be maybe another 1,000, possibly 2. And then we're done. Okay, maybe 1,000. Definitely not 2. And a little bit over here. Grab that bit there. Okay, so yeah, no, just under 1,000 more. So this field is the bigger field. Not by a lot, but it is a bigger field, which I'm genuinely surprised at. So I'm going to keep going with straw. We're going to go round this field now until we have filled up our trailer, and then once we've done that, we'll get the seed drill of the whichever one is finished. I think it's on the big field actually. And the triple field, and we'll bring that one over here, and we'll start on this one just here, and then there should be some more finished by that point. How much money are we going to get for our combines up there? That's what I'm really curious. I'm keep thinking about this. How much can I get for those combines? Is that going to be enough to cover the cost of one new combine? If, you know, once we sell the wheat that we've got over there. Now, obviously, the wheat that we've got over there is, guys, it's not going to make millions, but if we get close to 1,400 per 1,000 litres for it, we are going to be looking at something in the region of, well, I was going to say maybe 250,000, something like that. Which is, that's not too bad at all. That's a fair old slice of money, that is. So if we get 250,000 from there, and then we also get some from selling our combines, plus we get an hourly rate for our solar panels, we should definitely be in a position to be able to go and get the new combine. It's just I don't think that we're going to be in a position to go and get the baler before the next harvest, and I would really, really like a baler. So we could still do that. We could still get a baler, especially as we've got that new field over there, the triple field. I don't really want to be doing this now with the big field as well, because this is a lot of running backwards and forwards. There's a lot of just driving up and down the fields, which gets a bit tedious after a while. Yes, it's still going to be driving up and down the fields, but the rows are going to be a lot bigger with the new combine, which is why I want to get that one first, and then the baler means that we don't have the running up and down. We make the bales 20,000 litres a piece, so we've not got very many of them to move, and then we get an auto-load trailer, and we shift them that way. So obviously, they've still got to wait for the auto-load trailer. That one could also potentially be an issue. One more thing, although I don't think that is any kind of a problem. Well, certainly not with the bales going into the mixed feeder. The bales won't be an issue. We can just dump the bales straight into the mixed feeder. That isn't any kind of a problem. I don't know if I can put bales, and I'm pretty sure that I can't put bales into the straw storage that we've got. Now, if I can't do that, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, that is really, really weird. This one has driven backwards and forwards across this field at least 2 or 3 times now. It's also made a complete pig's ear of a mess up there in the middle of the field. Why would it do that? Why on earth would it do that? Look at it. It's leaving a line down through the edge. It's done it halfway down the field over there and then given up and sort of gone back through, and I don't know what it's done. So let's see what it does when it gets to the end of the row here. Is it going to turn around and go again? It's coming up there. What is wrong with you? It's turning around and going the other way again. Okay, that is a deeply, deeply broken machine right there. Actually, I'm not... maybe the machine's not so much the broken one. Maybe the employee is the deeply broken one. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So we have got a little bit of tidy up work to do there on that top end. And we've also got... Actually, let's just have you a minute. We can put straw bales and hay bales over into the mixed feeder over that way. Right? That does work. But getting straw into this storage over here, that we're not going to be able to do. We're not going to, like, with bales, I don't think bales can tip into here. So, because we can't put bales in here, we're not going to have our storage like this. So what we'll have to do is we will have to have bales just stored as bales outside. And we'll have to do that with the hay and with the straw. That's not a problem. We could actually get rid of this storage and do it like that, because then the silage can be over the other side and we can store that in there. If we're not storing loose straw, we don't have any reason to keep this. Loose straw and hay is the reason for having this right here. But if we're not storing that here, then we don't need to worry about it. We can just get rid of these two buildings and we've just got bales instead, and we'll use the bales here. So there is no real reason to keep those. Well, I'd be gobsmacked if the bales do actually go into the storage there. I'm pretty convinced that they won't. There's no other storages that will allow you to put the bales in like that. So we just have the bales. Now there are some mods that you can get that you can put the bales, like you unload them in front of the shed and then they automatically stack into the shed. And then you go over and you can remove them later on. They're kind of okay, but it is a bit of a fiddle to get the bales out again, because you can usually only take the bales out 6 at a time. So whilst I do like those mods, the kind of scale that we're doing things here, it's just going to be a lot easier overall if we don't worry about that. And in fact, what we do instead is we put just dump the bales onto the ground, and we'll use auto-load trailer to pick them up afterwards and go and dispense them into the different areas. The only other thing I'm curious about is whether I can put straw bedding in for the cows via bales, or if I've got to put it into a bale shredder first. If I've got to put them into a bale shredder, I definitely don't want to have to do that. That's one thing that I don't want to have to do. I don't want to be messing around with bale shredder. You are all done. You've actually done a really good job here. Let's go up this way and just check on this top end. That's absolutely fine. There's no bits that are missing. The old little tiny bit that's just not worth going back over. Helper D has completed their task. We're going to have to do a bit of tidy up for Helper D. We'll leave that one for a minute, because I'm just going to put this one going in the big field. And then, okay, so this one's done. We've done a really good job in here. The only bit is that tree that we've hidden over this side. No, it's not sort of left back from that. It hasn't acted like the tree was still there when it was working. So that is also just fine. There's absolutely no concerns here whatsoever. We can just leave it. So what I'm going to do here is, just as I did with field 13, I'm going to set the hired help going down one side of the field, and then we'll do the tidy up afterwards rather than at the beginning. And that way we we're not sort of messing around with anything that we don't want to be messing around with. It's going to be fairly quick to tidy up afterwards. The only real reason for doing anything on the ends is with the slopes. Like the tractors sort of struggle with that sometimes. But I'm actually thinking that unless the tractor does get into difficulty, we don't need to worry about it. We can just put it going and then leave it, and then we can worry about it afterwards. So you down here, you're all finished. There is actually a little strip there, so we'll need to do a full round on this field. And there's a bit over there by that road where it's left quite a big piece. It's kind of to be expected, though. And you. Right, so I was down the other end of the field, actually. I'm going to go from this side here. So we'll pick up all of this one. We'll pick up a good chunk of the next field as well. That means that with this particular... We'll do one more full load. And then after we've done one more full load, we're going to be left with, I would get... You know, I'll pick up the bits that we've missed there afterwards. After we've done one more full load... I'm guessing maybe half a load left after that. So there's not a lot left that we've got to do. There is some, but it's not going to be too bad, I don't think. I think we'll be alright with that. I don't think there's going to be too much mess here to have to worry about. The bales I'm looking forward to. I did originally think that I wasn't going to do any baling at all on this series, but no, I'm liking the idea of doing baling, and yes, I've heard the issues raised, some of you saying, no, we shouldn't have more than about 12,000 litre bale or something like that, but I really like the idea of 20,000 litre bales. It means that we've got very little handling that we're going to have to do with the bales. The kind of scale of things that I want to do means that 20,000 litre bales we're still going to ultimately end up with quite a few, and there's going to be a fair bit of handling involved with the bales, so we've still got a lot of them moving around. But doing 20,000 litres at a time is definitely going to make life a lot easier than anything else. The only issue is, as I've said, I'm not sure if I can put bales directly into the cows. Really, really hope that I can, because if I can't, we've either got... Ooh. Actually, there is a quick way to do it. And I'm pretty sure I've got the... Yeah, it's the global... The global mod, we can open bales. Like, you can put a bale on the ground, you can open it by pressing N. So the way that we'll have to get round it, I don't think there's any other, I can't think of any other way offhand. We put the bale on the ground, and then we open it up. So if we got 20,000 litre bales, it's going to be a fair old slice. But we just dump out 5 bales on the ground in a line, and then run along and open them up. We get this one right here, because we're not getting rid of this. We'll still need this one for picking up silage. And we run along, open them all up, and then we use this one to pick all of that straw up. So 100,000 litres, and then we back it into the cows and tip it out for them. So I'll be really quite simple and easy. So there's an easy way around that. We don't have to worry about getting a straw blower and doing it that way, which I'm quite relieved about, because that's the one thing I didn't really want to have to do in this series, was mess around with straw blowers, because then it's front loader work, and I don't intend to do any front loader work at all in this series. Don't want to do that. Done enough front loader work in other series, and it's one aspect of this game that generally annoys me rather than just allows me to enjoy playing. So if I can not do it, that would be even better. I think, yeah, I think that's going to actually work out just fine. So that tractor over there, he seems to be doing a great job. We will go and pick up the other seed drill in a minute and carry on with that one, but I want to get... The reason I'm waiting is because I just want to finish this field first, at least. I suppose we could finish up loading this trailer. Then we'll go and get that other one. That one can come over here and do this little field. And while we're working on the straw up in the other ones... I was thinking that I also want to go and do a bit of the grass, so that then I can put the hired help going with the rake. But we don't generally wait for the rake, because we have to go backwards and forwards a couple times. So I don't think that's going to be any kind of an issue. I don't think we're going to be waiting for that one. I think we need to worry about it. And then it'll give me a chance to do once around the outside edge of the field with the rake, then go and pick up and then we can sort of finish off that job. So that's everything around there. There's a little tiny spot just here. I don't need to worry about it, but grab it anyway. I know there was a little tiny spot, I'm pretty sure, that I missed right at the other end of this little tiny field, but I'm not going to concern myself with that one too much. I think we can live without picking that one up. These combines, very curious as to how much they're worth. Of course, we brought the combine up and started at the other end of the field, didn't we? So that's why this... missed that bit. That's why the straw there is sort of scattered out and round, because we didn't start down here. In round that way. Yeah, we started up in that top corner. We brought the combine up from the back end of the field, and we took it up the back road, the track at the rear end of the farm there. And it started off there, which is why it looks weird down the other end of this field. I don't know why it's taken to sort of kicking out around in a big loop like that, because it didn't used to do that. It seems to be something new. New and different. Just bring it around that way. And off we go again. Right. I was just thinking maybe I should stop a second and go and get that other tractor started on planting, but we really don't need to worry about that, do we? It's... yes, we do want to get the planting done, but like there's no great hurry because we've still got all of the hay to do. So it's not like we're up against the clock with it. We can just wait a little bit because it really doesn't take long to do these fields here. These aren't all that big. I mean, they do sort of seem like a reasonable size once you first get into them, but as soon as you get the bigger machinery going, these fields really don't end up being very big at all. Gonna need to do a little bit more tidy up down that end. That'll be fine. So how many rows have we got here? We've still got the outside edge to do, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 7 rows in the middle of the field here, and one of those will be a part row. It won't be completely full. So it's not, like I said, it really isn't that big a field. And then when we get our really big combine going in here, he's only going to have like 4 or 5 passes once he's done the outside 2 rounds. And I'll still do 2 rounds around the outside, I think. We don't technically need to with the big combine. Yes, I don't think we do. We'll see. Usually 2 rounds is better. I mean, 3 rounds is nice, but in a lot of these fields, it's not worth doing 3 rounds. It takes such a long time to get the 3rd time round, and there's nothing left on the field. So twice round does give you a reasonable bit on the ends. We'll see. We won't make any decisions. We won't commit to doing any particular style of combining before we get the combine and we take a look at it and see what its capabilities are. It's got a massive, great big grain tank on it, so it's not like we've got to worry about rushing up to it and emptying it out every 30 seconds, which is a huge, huge bonus. We won't quite finish this field before we fill this one up. We'll get close, but no... yeah, close but no cigar. What are we on? That's not quite as long as the runs on the other field. There's a little tiny bit of straw there. Gonna grab that. Out. And those trees do irritate me a bit. Not enough that I actually want to get rid of them all, but... well, I don't want to get rid of them all at the moment. I will get rid of them once we buy that field and that one's starting to be done for grass. I am going to get rid of that line of trees. I'm going to cut down the whole lot, all the way down through. Not because I don't like trees. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's nice to see trees in their proper place. But down the side of the field there, they keep shedding, you know, sticks and stuff like that. And then when you go over it with the mower, you catch the sticks, and that can put I can put them through the window on the tractor. And we really don't want that kind of thing happening. So we will try to avoid doing too much on there. We'll doing too much of things like that. So we'll chop down all the trees. I think it's the best option. It's most environmentally friendly because if you think about it, I'm not being daft here. If you shatter the window on a tractor, it drops all that glass, and that glass gets dropped into the ground, and that's dangerous. You know, there's earthworms could get cut on that glass, slugs that could get hurt on it. And so that's really not very environmentally friendly. So if we cut down all of the trees, then when we go around with a mower, we're not likely to get a stick get caught, flicked into the window and smash the window. We're not going to get those bits of glass going into the field, and we're not going to injure the earthworms. So I am being environmentally friendly by cutting down all the trees. Do you see where I'm coming from? Am I making a solid, sound, reasonable argument there in favor of cutting down every single tree on this farm? I think I am. I see no flaw in my logic there. I'm being environmentally friendly by cutting down the trees. If anyone disagrees with that statement, by all means, head into the comment section and voice your opinions. I would love to see your counter-argument to that one. How do you feel that cutting down all the trees is not environmentally friendly? Do you want to see these animals getting hurt? There are poor innocent slugs crawling around right now, and you want them to slide over a piece of broken glass and cut up their foot. They've only got 1 foot, and the worms haven't even got that. And it's... yeah. How do you feel that your method is environmentally friendly and, you know, nice to the worms, and in any way, shape, or form? I feel that you are grossly mistaken on this one. I really do. You know, I'm actually thinking that we don't go and put any more into storage right here. So I'm... well, after we've... I'm going to fill up this one storage here. And if it'll tell us what we've got in storage if I look on here. So if we go there... and I run up through... because this one was empty, wasn't it? Silos... total capacity is 1 million. That one should go to 480,000 exactly, which means that we have emptied everything out. I got nothing else in storage here. Not on these. 180. 500. Okay, so I have got a little bit in the other one. It's got 540,000 now. 550. That one has got 480. It's got 2 trailerfuls. I emptied that one out first previously. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into this storage and I'm going to see how much I've actually got in here. So if I go there, we've got chaff, straw, we got 50... oh, I got 564,000 litres in there. But if I start... it won't allow me to take 560,000 litres out of here. It'll only allow me to take 76,000 litres, I'm betting. Because each one, they don't link together. And we've just put 480 in the other one. 2 trailer loads. Oh no. Huh. Alright, well, I'm curious about that now. I've got a half a trailer load out of there, so maybe they do link together. Maybe the 2 storages do link together. But as I can't put bales in there, I should be bringing the loose straw over here and just dumping it in. I mean, I'm always keeping some loose straw for the cows over on the other bit, so I'm just going to tip that out to there. While that's tipping out, let's go... okay, I'll be honest, I didn't actually expect to see that there and then, but we'll carry on regardless. I need to just start doing some stuff here. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.